Hello my viewers and welcome back to my channel. I welcome you to a revelation emerging from the Arab world, where individuals are sharing their personal experiences of racism and discrimination. Now, despite the teachings of Islam, which emphasize equality and justice, many Arabs harbor deep-seated prejudices against black people. In a candid confession, an Arab lady reveals how her parents forbade her from marrying a black man, citing false stereotypes and racist assumptions. Now, another Arab lady in North Africa opens up about the pervasive anti-blackness in her community, where darker-skinned Arabs and black people are marginalized and excluded. A man also shares his own story of being warned against marrying a woman from Africa, highlighting the entrenched racism that exists in some Arab cultures. Now, these testimonies expose a disturbing reality where Islam's message of equality is being distorted by racist attitudes and practices. So join me as we take a look at the videos. I will be right back.
For example, my father told me, all black men will leave their wives, this man will leave you. My mother told me, all black people have AIDS. Like, those things are not true, first of all. Well, my father did not approve of my marriage to my husband.
And why
my
not?
Father, because he's black.
Oh.
So there's a lot of racism in the Arab, like I said, the culture. Islam says no black man is better than an Arab man. No Arab man is better than a black man. But my father and my mother were adamant against, no, he's black. No, they didn't even give him a chance. They didn't meet him. They didn't, give him an opportunity. And that hurt. But when something is wrong, it's wrong. So you got to stand up against it.
I mean, I don't have to be friends with him. I'm not racist, but I don't want my daughter to marry a black guy, just period. Why? Give me a reason. Why do you think that is, or how do you think, give me a reason, how do you think that's not a racist comment? That's deep down in you, that you think you are better than someone else based on their color. And let's not even talk about the Indians, the Pakistanis, the Nepalis. That's a whole different discussion with the Arabs or even the North Africans. Really, I'm not sure because I never had a discussion with them. And when you tell them, for me, because I noticed even way worse racism. There's a difference between racism in North Africa, 100%, and the racism in the Middle East and the Arab world is a whole different level. I can tell you that the racism in North Africa is really based on lack of knowledge. Giving the passport for the security. It's always the same. There's no way this is your brother. There's no way this is your sister. There is no way you guys are family. Because he's the dark child and we are all like the white kids in the family. That's why when I grew up, I never ever saw color. I never understood there is really a difference between me and my brother or between me and my cousin who is super dark. I never thought it's an issue. It hurt me so bad when I heard these comments towards my brother. He used to also tell me obviously that the police in Germany would also stop him every now and then, just obviously based on him being a guy and an immigrant child and looks super dark with his beard as a Muslim guy in Europe. I have never ever been stopped. I have never ever been dealt with in a bad way. I'm a Muslim girl who wears hijab ever since I'm 11. I should also be actually affected by these attributes that I show to the world. However, I have never been. But growing up, having someone in your family actually going through that racism is so made me feel like, not I have to speak up for every single person, it just did not make sense to me how on earth is someone that looks just slightly different than us is treated in a completely different way. And I started noticing this because when I got older, obviously, and I used to go to the beach, to Tunis, and like I said, I entered Tunis, I'm like a white kid. Obviously, I go to the beach on a daily basis and I come out being, super tan and super dark. And my family, and I remember this neighbor, she would always say, oh my God, you used to be so pretty. What happened to you in the last couple of weeks? Now you're so, they don't want to say ugly, but so, do something. We have specific creams in Tunis and specific masks that keeps you white and all that mentality that a white person or someone with a lighter skin, let's not say white person because we still obviously not white people, but someone with a lighter skin has always a more is always more beautiful, is always more pure. Many people want to speak to them, many people want to surround themselves with. And if you're dark, technically, oh yeah, he's nice, she's cute, but I mean, come on, she's a dark girl. You know, how many comments did I hear about, yeah, he's gonna marry this, yeah, but she's dark. Wallahi.
In Egypt, I mean, I've explored. If I tell you, like, my own teachers have said some of the most racist stuff, like anti-black stuff I've heard in my life. Like, I'll just give you an example. I was sitting in an Azhar class, and the teacher said, you know, Ya Shabab, la tatazawwaju min Afariqa. Do not get married from Africa. I was like, huh? Okay.
Oh, wow.
He said, because if you marry an African lady, this is the most offensive, I'm not going to swear, the most offensive stuff I've heard in my life, yeah? He said, because when you get married from Africa and your African lady, her hair is so coarse and harsh, if she sleeps on your chest, her chest will cut you at nighttime. And this is the class,
my
this
goodness.
is the class in front of 30, 40 black kids. And you know, some people might say something. We didn't say it. I was so in shock. I was like, huh? And she goes, you know, Afdal lakum, it's better for you to get married from Turkey because the hair is beautiful and nice.
Oh my goodness.
Do you see? And this is Azhar.
That's jaw dropping.
This is in Azhar, you know.
Wow.
You know, I've heard, and all in a similar class as well. Different teacher said, you know, هؤلاء في أفارقة يأكلون القردة. Those in people in Africa that eat monkeys.
Oh my
You know,
goodness.
or you hear things like, I remember my teacher said to me, for example, something like the anti-blackness is so it permeates so much that I don't even think they're intentional what they're saying. They don't even know they don't even know why it's offensive.
Now, racism exists in the Arab world. People with dark skin are discriminated against and often see their rights curtailed. Activists have had enough of such treatment and are starting to rise up. The greatest progress has been made in Tunisia. Now, language, the mirror of daily life, is revealing. In Standard Arabic as well as in various dialects, there are a number of racist expressions for people with dark skin. They are degrading and dehumanizing because they emphasize the superiority of people with palm color skin. Now, some of these expressions can be traced back to when the Islamic and Arab world still practiced slavery and were involved in the slave trade. Now, these expressions have outlasted slavery and even become set phrases and figures of speech that are used daily. Black is often synonymous with a bad omen in these sayings. The colors black and white are also used as opposites to stand for good or evil, with reference to the selection of a life partner, for example, or descriptions of feelings or experiences. Nevertheless, there are signs of change. The Black Lives Matter movement has attracted much attention in Arab countries. First, there was widespread coverage in local and regional media and talk shows, as well as demonstrations of solidarity and online campaigns in support of the protests, especially in the US. Second, the movement encouraged people in the Arab region to take a closer look at racism. Arabic expressions and figures of speech reveal regional and local racist phenomena in Arab countries. For example, they denigrate Bedouins, women, and Kurds in comparison with Arab men. Now, they also disparage people based on their faith, orientation, or disability. The list is long. But tentative progress is being made. However, Tunisia is the first Arab country to have passed an anti-racism law. An intense discussion about racism emerged there after the 2011 revolution. It resulted from a vibrant civil society making use of the freedom of expression. In October 2018, Tunisian parliament passed a law that defined racism and made racist statements and deeds punishable by law. Passing a law, however, is not enough. The co-founder of the Voices of Tunisian Black Women says the law only exists on paper, since victims of discrimination and racist attacks don't have the means to take lengthy and costly legal action against perpetrators. Now, according to her, there is still not enough political will to implement the national strategy that the law envisions. She says she dreams of seeing pictures of black children in textbooks and black Tunisians assume top posts in the government and the courts. Now, black Arabs are underrepresented and largely invisible in palm-color Arab-dominated countries and excluded from political, academic, artistic, and religious institutions. Black and Arab are not mutually exclusive. Some black people are Arab and some Arab people are black. Now, until recently, anti-blackness has been a taboo topic within Arab society. In 2004, this began to change when Bahraini cultural critic Nada Kadim published Representations of the Other, the image of black people in the medieval Arab imaginary. Anti-blackness in the Arab world exists within a global context. The Black Lives Matter movement spread worldwide after the unaliving of George Floyd, and black Arabs connected with the movement as an opportunity to shed light on the oppression they face daily. Now, when we talk about the roots of Arab articism, we're talking about the negative image of black people in Arab cultures, which emerged from three streams. The controversial anthropological conception that culture, including religion, language, laws, and values, defines what it means to be human. The biblical narrative of Noah's cursing his son Ham's descendants, understood to be darker-skinned with servitude, and the Greek philosopher Ptolemy's theory of the 7 climes, which posits that a person's geographical location determined their race as the proximity to the sun, prepared humans in ways ranging from raw and undercooked to burnt and overcooked. We have finally come to the end of the video, but I want you, my viewers, to share your thoughts on what you think about these videos and testimonies in the comment section down below. Thank you for always watching, and see you in my next video as I bring you another video.